welcome to my channel. Today's video is all about how to run faster. I will be covering intervals, tempo runs, hill repeats, strides, and fartleks. It can be confusing knowing the difference between all of the speed workouts, so I will be going over each one individually. At the end of the video, I will also show you what my typical weekly running schedule looks like to give you an idea of how to structure your own. It is important to remember not to add any speed workouts until you have a solid base and have consistently been running about 3 times a week. If you add these speed workouts too quickly, you could get injured. If you're new to running or just getting back into it, please check out my video about how to start running before you do any of these types of runs. Now let's get to it. Is defined by the rest between fast running. An interval is also an example of anaerobic exercise. The term anaerobic means without oxygen. Interval workouts tend to be shorter distances but at faster paces. It is important in interval workouts to hit your pace consistently every time. If you have to slow down, it means you started out too quickly. However, the only way you learn what pace to start out at is with time and experience, especially if you haven't done a race before or speed work. An example of an interval workout is as follows. First, start out with 2 kilometers of warm-up. Then you do between 4 to 6 times of 400 meters at 5K pace with 400 meter recovery. To end this workout, do 2 kilometers of cool down. It may be super tempting to stop moving after your 400 meter interval. However, a slow jog or walk will keep the blood flowing to remove waste products. The best place to do an interval workout is on the track. If you don't have access to one though, you can use your warm-up kilometers to measure out the distance. I also sometimes look at a map before I go on my run to make sure I can find an area with that specific distance. Or you can simply rely on your watch. Now, I love using mapmyrun.com. It's so great being able to find a specific distance or just planning out a route for a certain length of time. Map My Run is fun because you can also save this route and send it to your phone or share with others. A few more examples of interval workouts are the ladder, 400 meters, 800 meters, 1200 meters, 1600 meters, 1200 meters, 800 meters, 400 meters, all with 400 meter recovery in between. This doesn't include the warm-up before and cool down after this workout. For fun, I also wanted to include the Yasso 800s workout. This workout is especially good for marathon runners. To do this workout, you convert your goal race time into minutes. For example, 3 hours and 30 minutes turns into 3 minutes and 30 seconds. You want to hit each 800 meter repeat at the same time and do an 800 meter recovery. You can choose how many repetitions of 800s you want to do, but a good place to start is between 3 to 4 times. Oh, the tempo run. There is not another workout that I have such a love-hate relationship with like the tempo. I personally find tempo runs really hard, and that may show a weakness in my endurance. However, despite my dislike of tempo runs, I really believe they are one of the main reasons that I was able to shave off 15.5 minutes from my last marathon. You want to run your tempo at a pace that is comfortably hard and that you can sustain for an hour. Trust me, it's not comfortable. Your tempo pace should be between your 10K pace and your half marathon pace. You not only build your stamina during tempo runs, you also work on your mental toughness too. When it gets hard at the end of your tempo run, it kind of simulates a race and how it gets hard at the end of it too. If you're just getting into tempo runs, I suggest doing a few smaller, shorter ones first. A few examples of this would be 10 minutes easy to start, then 2 times 5 minutes at tempo pace with 2 minutes recovery in between, followed by 10 minutes easy. You can also do 10 minutes easy, 20 minutes at tempo, and 10 minutes recovery. Another more advanced tempo is 2 to 3 times doing 1 kilometer at tempo, 1 kilometer easy. Once you build strength, of course you can start doing longer tempos. Once you're more comfortable with tempo runs, you can adjust the length to suit what training plan you are doing. For example, if you are training for a 5K or a 10K, you probably want to do 20 to 30 minutes at a tempo pace. If you're training for a marathon or a half marathon, 50 to 70 minutes is a good length for your tempo run. A tempo run is also sometimes known as a lactic threshold run. When we go past our lactic threshold, it means our body isn't able to get rid of the waste like lactic acid, and it will accumulate and then we'll have to slow down. However, every individual accumulates lactic acid at different rates. As you see in this graph, you want to make sure to stay right under your lactic threshold during your tempo runs. Though the more you do tempo runs, the higher your lactic threshold will become and the better your body will be able to clear lactic acid, meaning you'll be able to run faster. Lastly, tempo runs really builds your confidence. They are the runs that I look back and see how much I've grown and how much I've gotten faster because of them. Incorporating hill repeats in your runs will make a huge improvement in your speed as well. They are nature's built-in resistance training. Yay! Hills not only strengthen your calves and your glutes, but they also build your endurance. Running uphill is also great because there's less impact on your joints and connective tissues. To help you keep a good form when you run uphill, you want to keep a straight line between your head, shoulders, hips, and ankles, as well as running tall and looking straight ahead. If you hunch over, it actually restricts your airflow. First off, pick a hill that's at least 100 meters and not too steep. If it's too steep, it will be really difficult to keep good form. If you're new to hill repeats, start with a small number like 4, which you can gradually increase. A few examples of hill workouts are 4 times 30 to 60 seconds up the hill hard and coming down the hill to recover. Another fun hill workout is doing a ladder. For example, you go up 30 seconds, 60, 80, 90, 80, 60, 30, all at a 10K pace and recovering down the hill after each one. You can also take 1 to 2 minutes recovery at the bottom of the hill if you need so. Now, what goes up the hill must come down the hill, hypothetically. When you go down the hill that you just conquered, you want to make sure that you're actually not bracing yourself and putting a lot of pressure on your hips and your back. A good way to go down the hill is to engage your core and lean a little forward from your hips. Again, try not to control your speed going down too much. Obviously, you don't want to sprint down the hill, but we don't want to brace ourselves either. Strides were a brand new thing to me until I joined BlackToe Run Club and the coaches made us do them before speed work. They are a great way to get your legs turning over without putting too much effort in. They also help you with your form and efficiency. Strides are short accelerations that you hit almost max speed at. They shouldn't be too long, maybe 10 to max 30 seconds before you slow down. I also like to do strides at the end of easy and long runs. They are a good way to get my legs moving, especially after doing the same pace for an extended period of time. Strides also force me to focus on my form, especially as I'm tired at the end of a long run or tired from a workout the day before my easy run. Strides are also good to do right before a race as it gets your legs turning over and ready to run fast. I usually do between 4 to 6 strides. Make sure you take enough recovery time, like 30 to 60 seconds between each stride. There's no extra benefit if you take less recovery. Another way to think about strides is a speed development workout. The goal is not aerobic improvement or endurance, but rather getting comfortable running fast and getting your legs turning over. Fartlek is a Swedish word meaning speed play. It is just a funny word. Fartlek is a form of speed training where you alternate between easy and hard running. Now in this type of run, there's no prescribed distance or pace for your speed work. The fun thing about Fartlek is that you get to run as fast or as long as you'd like. It's a nice way to change up your runs, especially if you're getting bored, while also adding speed work. Instead of being obsessed over a certain time or pace, it gives you that freedom just to go by feel. As it is more of a freestyle form of speed work, I tend to not do this when I'm building up to a race. Fartleks are good to do when you're in the base building segment of your training or when you're coming back from an injury. In Fartleks, you really want to make sure there's a difference between your easy and your hard running. Example of Fartlek workouts are a 15-minute warm-up jog with 4 to 6 1-minute on, 2-minute off, 2-minute on, 1 minute off, and then a 15-minute cool down. Another Fartlek is a 40-minute run where you do 10 minutes to warm up, 20 minutes Fartlek at 5K pace for the Fartlek, and then 10 minutes to cool down. Sometimes it's fun just to pick a landmark and just run as fast as you can towards it. It's a non-traditional form of speed work, but it may be just what you need to break up your runs, especially if you're getting bored on them. Please let me know what your favorite speed workouts are in the comment section below. I really wanted to give you an example of how I structure my weekly runs and where I fit my speed workouts in. Monday I take off. Tuesday is an easy run. Wednesday is usually an interval workout. Thursday is an easy, or I can take off if I really need the rest. Friday is my tempo run. Saturday an easy run, and Sunday my long run. I've been consistently running for 3 years now, so my schedule may look a little different than yours. To modify mine, you can take Thursday and Saturday off if you just want to run 4 days a week. I also do strength training during the week, which I will cover in another video. Don't forget to click that subscribe button so you don't miss out on that video or any other videos I do on running. Running fast is really fun. It is also really hard too. Doing a combination of these speed workouts will really help your endurance and just help you run faster. However, there can be too much of a good thing. If you do too many speed workouts without recovery in between, you could really injure yourself. I always sandwich my hard runs in between easy runs. I would do 2 or 3 max speed workouts in a week. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe or hit the bell icon so you don't miss one of my videos. If there's any topic on running that you'd like me to cover in a video, please tell me in the comment section below. Happy running, and I'll see you next time.